Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of the Humble Lone Wolf Gamer. Picking up where we left off, we are now on episode 3 of chapter 1. Uh, yep. I already completed the wanted poster for this stage, so don't need to worry about that. All we gotta do is just beat it. So we're gonna go with Usopp this time. And go with his normal outfit. That's actually my favorite outfit for him. And we're good. Oh, I think there's going to be a cutscene. Oh, wait, no, not yet. The Dawn's Offer. After defeating Kuro, Luffy and his crew received a pirate ship, Going Merry, from Kaya. Usopp also joined the crew in hopes of becoming a gallant warrior of the sea, and the Straw Hat Pirates hoisted their flag and set sail. The next port of call for Luffy and his crew was the sea restaurant Barady. After accidentally damaging the restaurant, Luffy was commanded by Barady's owner and head chef Zeph to work as his chore boy for 1 year. Zeph's true identity was Red Leg Zeph, the former captain of a ship of pirate cooks. He was a man feared for his ferocious kick-fighting technique. Sanji, the assistant chef under Zeph, was an eccentric young man who inherited his fighting technique. He used it mercilessly on anyone who failed to respect good food, including the Marines, but always fed all those who were hungry, including pirates. Luffy took a liking to Sanji and repeatedly invited him to join his crew while working as their chore boy, but Sanji stubbornly refused. Just then, a pirate appeared at the restaurant. It was Don Krieg, the man who commanded the strongest pirate fleet in East Blue. Alright, time to be quiet. Mihawk. Mihawk is a really cool character. However, he is not one of my favorite characters, and neither is Sanji, actually. Sanji is also a cool character of the group, but again, he's not one of my top favorites of the Straw Hat Pirates. He would be, but there's one minor flaw in his personality that you'll probably see pretty soon, which kind of turns me off from his character. Anyway, moving on. Go Usopp. Exploding Star, yeah. Usopp's such an awesome character. It's really funny. It's the underdog of the group. Oh, crap, that was close. Now, Sanji has a pretty interesting past as far as him and Zeph goes. Oh. He was just like I think he was a apprentice cook on some other ship before Zeph, who was a pirate at the time, came and took over the ship, and they took Sanji as a hostage. But Zeph ended up taking a liking to the kid and spared his life. And but then disaster struck. Oh wait, I'll get back to that. 相手はたかがチンピラみてえなコックどもだ。舐めてかかって釣りが来る。あの船を乗っ取り、俺は再びグランドラインを目指す。ワンピースをつかみ、この大海賊時代の頂点に立つのだ。ちょっと待て。海賊王になるのはこの俺だ。なんか言ったかこそ。 遊びじゃねえんだぞ。当たり前だ。Yeah, Zeph took a liking to the kid, but then disaster struck and their ship sunk, and Sanji ended up falling into the water. That's where he was drowning and he was about to die, but then Zeph jumps into the water and tries to save him. However, he gets his foot caught in the anchor chain of the boat, so in order to save the kid, he had to sacrifice his leg. So he chops off his leg, he saves Sanji, and then they both get stuck on this island that's stuck. It's pretty much in the middle of nowhere, of the ocean. Ah, damn it! I'm getting my ass kicked. Jesus. And while they're on that island, Zeph has like a huge bag of resources, and he gives Sanji a smaller bag, and he tells him that's your food and your water. So, you know, pretty much make it last for as long as you possibly can, because that's all you're getting. So they end up being stuck on that island for quite some time. I forgot how much. I think they were there for like about a month or something. It was something pretty crazy long like that. And Sanji manages to make the food last for about, I think, a week or two. But then the food starts going bad, and then eventually he runs out, and he just starts starving for weeks. Or a few days, I think. I don't know. I forget if it was weeks or days, but after a while, he sneaks over to where Zeph is on the island, and he tries to get into his big bag to hopefully try to steal more food from him. However, when he opens up the bag, he finds nothing but treasure. So the only food and water that they had the entire time was the only food and water that Sanji had to begin with, while Zeph was just starving the entire time. Pretty much sacrificed himself, or, you know, sacrificed his own starvation to save the kid. So yeah, it's a pretty touching story. They eventually both get saved, and after that, Sanji pretty much devotes his loyalty to Zeph and works under him as a chef on this restaurant boat that we're protecting right now. Ouch. That's pretty much why Sanji will pretty much feed anyone who is who's starving to death. It doesn't matter who they are. They could be a pirate, they could be a marine, whatever. It doesn't matter what their background is. If somebody's starving or somebody's hungry, he will feed them. That's like his main vow, pretty much. Gotta go after Mihawk down there. Shit, he's kicking Zoro's ass. Hang on, Zoro. Usopp to the rescue. You better appreciate it. Ow. Eat that. Yeah, Sanji's past is pretty cool. Pretty touching story. His character's pretty cool too, but again, he's not one of my favorites. Whoa. Don Krieg's character design is actually pretty cool too. He's also not one of my favorites either. He is a cool villain though, I'll give him that. Sad thing is, I think this is the only time you really see him in the anime. Might be mistaken though, I don't remember if he appears again or if I'm just kind of confusing that with one of the other fictional stories from the other One Piece Pirate Warriors games. Might be confusing it. Regarding that, by the way, the other Pirate Warriors games, the reason why I skipped to Pirate Warriors 3 as opposed to playing Pirate Warriors 1 and Pirate Warriors 2 is mainly because Pirate Warriors 3 pretty much covers everything. Whereas Pirate Warriors 1 and 2 just kind of cover some of the stuff. But this game, Pirate Warriors 3, actually goes all the way up to the Dressrosa arc in the anime, which I believe is where the anime is at right now, or just finished. Anyway, we got an event. Doesn't even look like a normal person though. Mihawk looks more like a character straight out of Castlevania. Yeah, I believe the anime is just finished the Dressrosa arc, or at least the manga did. I'm not sure if the anime and the manga coincide, but gotta be quiet now.
と負けねえから。あいつに勝って大剣豪になる日まで絶対にもう俺は負けねえ。文句あるか海賊王。ない。
いいチームだ。また会いたいものだ、お前たちとは。
It's a badass cutscene. They actually kind of censored it though, because Roronoa Zoro, he's supposed to have like a gigantic gash on his chest, which pretty much leaves a huge scar, which stays on him throughout the rest of the series. Not only that, but his clothing's all off too. He's not supposed to be wearing that yellow jacket until much, much later. What happened? He ran away? Oh. Yeah, Nami's taken off with the treasure and the ship. She has her own reasons though, which we'll find out in the next episode. Dun dun dun. Foreboding. Yeah. It's like, bitch, get back here. Ooh, treasure chest. I'll take that. Whoa. Ah. Yeah, that's the thing about Usopp. He's kind of like the self-proclaimed sniper of the team. He always fights from a distance, always shooting things. But the things he shoots, man, he comes up with all sorts of different like little innovations and inventions. That's what makes him such an interesting character. Plus, he's super weak, so he always has to find some kind of tactic or cheap tactic rather, just to exploit an enemy's weakness or something. Oh, treasure chest. Oh, he's up there. It's going the wrong way. Yeah, Usopp is definitely my second favorite character out of the Straw Hat crew. Not my second favorite character overall. We haven't even gotten to that one yet. I have 3 top favorites throughout the entire series, and as well as about 5 favorites out of this main Straw Hat crew. Zoro is one of my top 3 favorites. I would say he's probably number 3 on my top 3 favorites. And so far, with the Straw Hat crew, we've only come across Zoro, which is my number 1 favorite of the Straw Hat team, as well as Usopp, who's my number 2 favorite. So we got 3 more to go. I think I gotta take this place. Treasure event. Right here, Sanji pretty much briefly describes what I was just talking about. A little too briefly too, because they leave out so much. He gave up his leg to save him, but they left out the whole part about them starving. That's why he chooses to protect him. Or Luffy chooses to protect Sanji, that is.
クリークに逆らった時点で死ぬことは決まってたんだ。
I'll blow you away. Boom. That keeps trapping me. Bastard. Let's get out of here.
猿でも学習能力があると聞くが、二度も突っ込んでくるとはそれ以下だな。これは勝利のみを目的とした戦い。手段は何だって構わねえ。余裕でいられるのも今のうちだ。
Moving on.
どこまで逃げ切れるか見ものだな。
Au contraire, let's see how far you run. And he ran away again. Bastard. Ah, so that's how far he ran. All the way up there. Whoa.
そんなものは必要ねえさ。先頭にいる者は殺す手段。それだけだ。
Damn, 2,000 KOs already. Hang on. Kaboom. It's a funny looking cannon. Whoa! Oh crap, I missed. There we go. Moving on.
貴様ら、調子に乗りすぎたみてえだな。
ドンクリーク、まさか。やべえ、俺たちごと攻撃する気だ。
猛毒ガス弾。
Deadly poison gas bomb, MH5. Pretty much lights up the entire place with poison.
巻き添え食って死ぬような間抜けは今後役に立つあてもねえ。
あいつ、俺がぶっ
He has badass looking armor though, I'll give him that.
バカ落ち着け。真正面から飛び込めばあいつの思うツボだろ。死ぬぞ。
He actually kind of reminds me a lot of Wolfgang Krauser from Fatal Fury. He's got the gold armor and purple hair. What? Oh, what the? It disappeared. Oh, everybody disappeared. Oh, hi. Whoa!
バカが逆上したやつほど
Go, go, Usopp.
敵はいねえ。ここがてめえの墓場だ。
Au contraire, this will be your grave.
ここは俺の死に場所じゃね
Oh shit. And this should finish him off.
行儀は悪いな。アンチがな。
Bad Manners Exploding Star. Alright, cutscene time.
聞かねえな。枯れるな。下は海だぜ。勝負あったら必ず小僧。
今度こそ終わりだ。
Yeah, that's one thing the game left out. Luffy can't swim because he ate one of the devil fruits.
帰ったお前の
That's the one thing that people sacrifice whenever they eat a devil fruit. They sacrifice the ability to swim. As soon as they touch water, he just
俺は行かねえ
drowns,
ぞ
or he just kind of loses all power.
まだ時期じゃねえんだよところでお前さ
いや
なんだ知らねえのかよ奇跡の海の話さ
The all blue Sanji is referring to
このヘドロみてえにクソまずいスープは
ふざけんなクソじじいてめえの作ったスープとこれがどう違うってんだよ
is a special sea that's only located in the Grand Line, and in that sea there's a bunch of fish from all over the world. There's fish from all over the sea located in the all blue, and Sanji's dream is to find that ocean just so he can cook all those fish.
うぬぼれんなてめえが俺に料理を語るのは100年早えぞチビナス
クソ
このスープめちゃくちゃうめえのに
こうでもしねえとあのバカ聞かねえのさなあ小僧あのチビナスを一緒に連れてってやってくれねえかグランドラインはよ
待てよ俺も行くよ連れてけ付き合おうじゃねえか海賊王への道馬鹿げた夢はお互い様だ俺は俺の目的のためにだ
いいのか挨拶
いいんだ
おいサンジ風邪ひくなよ
おー長い間クソお世話になりましたこのご恩は一生忘れませんクソったるが寂しいぞチクショー
バカ野郎どもが男は黙って別れるもんだぜ
また会おうぜクソ野郎ども
行くぞ出航
I'll admit that first time I saw that scene in the anime, I got a little teary-eyed. That was such a powerful scene, especially after you see what Zeph and Sanji went through. Sanji pretty much has like this kind of like a father-son kind of relationship with Zeph. So seeing that moment in the anime after seeing everything that they went through, it makes that whole scene that much powerful, or that much more powerful rather. Anyway, that wraps up this episode. Until next time, thank you guys for watching The Humble Lone Wolf Gamer. I'll see you all later.